So yesterday I got my review sample for Adam. I did a reaction video, just kind of like give my initial impressions. But I've been doing some tests here, like with him in like some different lineups. So him being a Dodger, he can use Cain. Like one lineup that has a lot of potential is putting him up front. The one caveat here though is that you cannot put Sebastian with him, since if you're trying to maximize Cain, Sebastian sits in front of him. He sits way too far back in the lineup, so you can't use Fluffy. You can't use Isaac. You can't use Sebastian with him if you're trying to do a lineup with him up front to maximize Cain. So this does limit you. You do need to get buff crits. So this is the kind of line where Jet is actually something worth considering. Jet's pretty niche, but yeah, you can do Aiden to keep him healed. We can also, I'd say you do Thea, just kind of like Thea's passive's usually pretty good in a team like this. Just because, like I said, if he gets low life, he'll have that speed up. And then, like you said, I mean, he does sit in front of Lara Croft, so you could put Lara Croft here because she's pretty much like one of the top 5 best heroes in the game. I did a video like a while back talking about top 5 best, and Lara Croft's definitely in there. You can't use special, so you probably want to use Chorus. Against a Dodger team, like with Aurora, this doesn't work very well because they just dodge. But if, like I said, and Lyria sits in front of him, and I did some tests here, so this is kind of like worst case scenario. Like, they also have a really tanky hero in the middle with Arachne. Pretty strong, but they actually, like I said, we got early stun off with Lara Croft. That's pretty much your best scenario. So you take out the Dodger. Arachne's pretty tanky, but look how much fast his energy is gaining, and he's sniping their team. So now they just have Arachne. So this is, like I said, even against worst case scenario, where you have a chance again. You have to get that. Pretty much Lara Croft's almost key here because you need to be able to get that early stun to have a chance. But again, there's don't have war flags here, so if there's war flags in the picture, it's very possible they can get Sebastian's Ode to Serenity off faster. Yeah, see Chorus, but you do need Chorus here to have a chance. Otherwise, in Chorus, you probably could lose with that with base Chorus. But yeah, if we look here, he did pretty good damage. He pretty much deleted him, and Arachne's kind of tanky. I tried the same lineup earlier, and again, it's not consistent. I've tried this a couple times. It is, again, give RNG with Chorus. That is one downside of having Chorus as Sebastian. But this is like one of the more worst case scenarios against a Dodger. But against teams that don't have Dodge, like against a team like this one here, they have Cargo Front. This is kind of an odd lineup, but it's just a lineup in the theme here we can test against. So we'll just use that same line. Lara Croft, Thea. We'll do Jet. And instead, Jet doesn't add too much crit. He adds a little bit, so your crit chance kind of low. Sebastian's better at that, but this is like one thing you can do with him is try, like, I think like kind of like old like Dante. This could be like the new kind of Dante kind of strat. Like, if you don't remember, like, Dante could pretty much just delete certain teams by putting him in the tank role, though Dante's further up, so you can use Sebastian, so Dante. So, but yeah, like this I've been doing some weird types of tests here. Like, this lines up's kind of weird, but because he dodges with Cain, he gets all the energy, so he gets to ult a lot, and he just does a lot of damage. Look, guys, we just pretty much are deleting that team really quickly here. Boom. Now he's got to get the Ninja Turtles. It's the only thing. It's like, there you go. Win. 22 seconds there. But that's pretty fascinating. I'm just kind of looking at some of the teams here. Just here. We can also try some other ones. But like that's pretty impressive. Like, his ability to, like, if you put him up front. Like, you had to put him up front to make this work. And so it is an awkward lineup. And again, he's a Dodger, so he will lose to Lyria. This won't work against Lyria either, so that's the other caveat. He probably works against Dodger teams. You probably need Lyria to get the most out of him, but he also runs into the same problem other Dodgers have against Lyria. The Lyria has kind of fallen from the metagame. You don't see her quite as much as you used to, though. Maybe with Adam running around, you'll start seeing Lyria pop up again. Who knows? Yeah. Alright, so let's try this. Yeah, we deleted Kai. Okay, there goes. Luther's gone. Thea's gone. Yeah, look at that. Pretty fast, pretty fast. Maybe not quite as fast as the old Dante teams, but look at that. 3 million damage, guys. Like, potentially, like, the new Dante. Potentially the new Dante here. I have not really developed mine yet, but we can see where we can do, like, if my underdeveloped one could get anything done. Let's try this, guys. Said, mine's not developed yet, so we will have to see how it works. It might not work very well without stuff, but I'm curious. Maybe even with just where we are right now. Pre-event. Need Aiden. Jet. Aiden. Thea. Alright. More flag of readiness. Honestly, readiness is probably fine. Thea can use some extra energy. Let's see where we are. Yeah, without all the development, like, he's probably not going to be able to do too much here. But we did get actually a pretty good hit there. Yeah, we'll have to probably just create lines like this in the theme. Let's find a good top team here. I just kind of figured that's what happened. Let's see what we got on top of the arena today. Let's look. So yeah, Lyria. So that's where your problem. You're going to run into problems against Lyria. Like, and that is, like, I've actually seen Lyria. I haven't seen Lyria in top for a while. But maybe people are using Adam. We'll see. It could just be happenstance. Oh, here you go. This is a good one. This is a good one to test against. Electra Cascade. Fluffy Orion Augustus. Okay. Let's see. See, I actually have these heroes already done, so. Fluffy Orion Augustus. Cascade, okay. That's probably fine. Let's try that. Alright. Oh, I forgot. I did on... I don't know why I did on normal. I think it's just out of habit. Like, wait, we need max power. Duh. I'm silly, guys. I don't know why I do that sometimes. Do it backwards. Electra. I think it's because I can find my heroes easier in normal, but I'm like, wait. We have to have Adam. I don't have Adam maxed. Come on. You'll do this part. I need a sorting option or a way to find heroes easier, because my gosh, this is so annoying. This is why I don't like doing max power testing, because I can never find my heroes. No, that's it. I need to do that on attacking. Gosh dang it. Cascade, where are you? Cascade's here. And Augustus is down here. Okay, that's good. Alright, there you go. There you go. Let's try this now. Okay. Alright. Pets. Adam. Cain. Thea. Jet. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Want to see how this works. Fluffy could also be potentially a counter here. Yeah, the whole point of this is to use the Cain energy to try to spam his ults. So that's why we still have Thea in this team too. Because we need that extra heals. And he might just be better against physical damage just because you get more chance to dodge versus physical attackers. Yep, and we just got killed. Oh, and Fluffy's reviving, yeah. Fluffy might be a problem for him, too. So, yeah, that was not a particularly good showing there. But again, there's some randomness with this, so you can, like I said, maybe Lara Croft gets a better stun. And maybe against, like, Chorus, you don't want to bet on the stun. You might want to try Vex here. So we can try this again. We'll see. Why don't I have sorting options, game? Please give me sorting options. Maybe try Thea with Mara instead. Let's try that. Yeah, there's always going to be randomness here when you're relying on dodge or crits. But look, when you get a bunch of ults off like that, though, like, potentially pretty good. Oh, not quite. Did get Orion down. But yeah, Orion Augustus, Fluffy, probably too tough. But yeah, that might be another bad scenario. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting. Like I said, Dante up front was not foolproof. Like, there's a lot of teams that you would just lose. But this could potentially be like an alternative, that kind of strat. The main caveat, though, is because he sits behind Sebastian and Nebula and stuff, it does limit what you can do that way. But I thought it was interesting. Like I said, I saw a few other people like trying that, and like, yeah, no, I said Autumn does it as, quote, a tank. Like I said, he's not a tank. He's not tanky enough to be a tank, but up in the front spot, I felt like that was kind of interesting, so I'd share. Anyway, not too much more to say on this one. If you wanted to see my full, like, initial impressions video, though, where I talk, like, my initial reaction and stuff, you can find that video down below. As always, thank you for watching.